All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. I am super excited to talk with you guys about something that's really important to me and something that's really important in today's society, which is the idea of disagreeing. How many of you have ever disagreed with anyone? Great. I'm glad we all have that experience. So today we're going to talk about the importance of pluralism. We're going to talk about what that word means and how that can help us make it through these difficulties, this friction that we have when we disagree with people. So one of the main problems that is caused by polarization, when we have people who are separated and not willing to talk to each other, is the idea of isolation. When we're isolated individually, we face increased levels of depression, worse sleep quality, quicker cognitive decline, decreased life expectancy. These are all symptoms of somebody who is isolated individually. But we can also be isolated as groups, and that's what polarization is. When we're isolated as groups, we face echo chambers. What that means is where we come together in a group and we just keep repeating the same ideas over and over again until we accept that as truth. We also can fall into the trap of dehumanization when we see people in groups that are not part of our group as less than human, or as people who don't really deserve the things that we deserve. We also see conflict and violence. That's something that's very prevalent across the world right now, as we see groups that are polarized committing violence against each other. And we also see the weakening of democracy. Democracy is one of the pillars of our nation and something that's really amazing. It allows everybody to have a say. But when we have groups that are separated and polarized, this weakens this idea of being all together. So pluralism is an idea that I think could be a sort of goal, an end vision for how we can overcome this sort of polarization in our society. So this is the definition: a state of society in which members of diverse ethnic, racial, religious, or social groups maintain and develop their traditional culture or special interests within the confines of a common civilization. Now, moving on to the second part of this definition, pluralism is where these people with diverse backgrounds can develop their culture or special interests. So this idea of zero-sum game applies here when we talk about polarization, because this world is not a zero-sum game. We are all living here together, and if I succeed, that doesn't mean somebody else has to fail. We can succeed together. We can support each other and lift each other up, and that doesn't mean that one person is going to lose because of that. And I think that's something that's really important to remember as we think about how we can overcome polarization in our society. Now, this last part, within the confines of a common civilization, I think that is the most important part right there, is recognizing that we are all here together on the same earth, in the same society. A lot of us have different goals, it's true, but we're all just trying to live. We're trying to figure out life. We're trying to be happy, and we need to learn to work together. We need to learn to live together. In high school, I was part of a speech and debate club, and one thing that we did that really helped me develop this sense of looking to others and trying to understand where they're coming from is every time we made a debate, we had to prepare both sides and try to understand what both sides were trying to explain. And I think that this is something that all of us need to work on, is trying to understand where other people are coming from. Try to listen a little bit more and try to see the humanity in other people. So I have 3 invitations for you guys, 3 action words that I think we can put in play. First of all, consider. Consider how other people feel. Consider how other people see the world. Try to understand. Even if you can't fully understand, just try to see the world as they see it. Secondly, educate yourself. Educate yourself about the people around you, about where they come from, about the different ideas that are present in this world. And in this world where we're all trying to figure out our place, I think that we could use a little bit more of that, a little bit more of lifting each other up rather than tearing each other down, trying to understand each other and make it through this experience, which we call living. Thank you very much.